Casey Wilson, owner of Roseville Strength and Conditioning in beautiful Roseville, California, and one of your co-hosts of the Do or Do Not podcast. And this is...
I am Big Eared Brad. Nice to see you.
Well, that's a new one.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've been checking my
I thought those
ears
were
out.
I thought those were prosthetics for Halloween.
I know. Like, I really need to clip them in. I think when you get your ears keep growing,
Just put the
it's just
glasses
going to be,
right there, like on the inner lobe right there, and
yeah,
just push
let me
those
try.
ears in, man.
Let me put them in. They're getting out there.
You're starting to look like Dumbo. Oh,
There you go.
Hey, that's
Hey!
actually a different
I
look.
I look pretty
When you did
good.
that, I was like, who is that guy over there?
Yeah, call me handsome.
Now you can really start talking to them.
Woo!
More like the Kurt Rambis look.
Yeah, you know what? Like, you wear little goggles, little sweatband across.
No doubt.
Hey, if I'm ever single, this is how I'm going to go approach the ladies.
There you go.
Ears in. So the big question is, before we get started...
Yes, I'm single.
Yeah, but your ears look good. All right. So the big question is, are you guys going trick-or-treating, and what is Sutton dressing up as?
So they have a family outfit going. So
Yeah.
Nira's boyfriend, Ray, is
I haven't met this
Mike
Ray yet.
Wachowski.
Okay.
Nira is Sully. And
All right.
She is Boo.
All right.
And it is really cute.
Okay.
So I've seen them dressed
Grandpa's
up in
not going to wear nothing? Are you going to go with them? Are you going to walk with them? Or are you just going to...
I'm going to walk with them. So I may throw the Jedi outfit on because it's readily available.
Yeah, and
So,
you got the lightsaber.
Yeah, I may go as a Jedi, but I don't know. We'll see. I may not feel like it either. So,
All right.
but I am going to go for the walk.
That's good.
It's her first real trick. She went trick-or-treating last year, and she was Tinkerbell,
Yeah.
but she wasn't really walking.
Yeah, this
and
is like...
stuff. It's like we're carrying her around and stuff. So.
Yeah, you got to go with take the videos.
She'll be two days after Christmas, so and she runs everywhere. But I think it'll be cute this year. But she's scared. Like I sent you the video of that 7.5-foot Darth Vader that I have.
Yes.
So
Which I will post.
yeah, so it's
Which
pretty.
we will post
it's
on
pretty
our
cool.
socials.
So I got for Christmas, but also the Darth Vader can be a Halloween decoration. So it holds a jack-o'-lantern in one hand that lights up, and then it has just the red lightsaber. And then for Christmas, it has an empty hand, but you can put an ornament
Yeah.
that looks like the Death Star. The pumpkin also looks like the Death Star.
Yeah.
And then it has a candy cane lightsaber
Yeah.
for Christmas. But Chewbacca's just for Christmas. I haven't put him together yet. It was actually their animatronics.
Yeah.
So-
it works pretty good.
It was my big Chewbacca and Darth Vader were my big buys. I bought a few other things for Christmas this year, but they were like the big buys. Especially because last year I wasn't planning on decorating at this house again.
Yeah.
So now I'm staying longer than planned. So, so they're gonna be on the front porch. So Darth,
Yeah.
But Chewbacca's 7 foot tall, but Darth Vader's 7.5. But they're animatronic and they have different sayings. Like they have a sensor, like when you walk
Yeah.
up, and it's like, oh fuck, I can't even remember what they were. But there's 3 different things they'll say like in a row. Like he'll say something and then he'll go down, and then if you come back, he'll say something else.
I don't care what you paid. It's worth it. If you could say, hey,
For-
I paid $4,000, I've been like, totally worth it.
no.
I'd keep that thing up all year.
They're like at Home Depot. I think they're sold out now, but I got them early because I go, those things will sell out. So.
Yeah. Got to.
So I was very happy with those. I got a few other things. Christmas decorating starts this weekend. So
For those of you who aren't familiar with, when Casey goes Christmas decorating, he goes Christmas decorating. His whole house is transformed into this beautiful Christmas paradise. And my beautiful autistic son, is completely obsessed because you put like white, like tarp down or whatever, so it kind of looks like it snows and the
put
lights.
white tarps on the grass.
And my son always asks me, like, when we drive by your house, just all the time. And I'm sure your neighbors have thought that, like, we are some gang-related people just scoping you out because we will go 3 or 4 times just back and forth slowly so he can watch all the lights. And, it's about that time.
There's a lady who lives down the street from me, and she's a grandma, and she goes, I watch my daughter like 3 days a week, and during Christmas, we have to walk down here every night.
Yeah.
If it's not raining, we walk down here every night.
Oh, it is. I love how you just go all out.
Yeah. So I live on a corner, so I have to decorate the whole block thing, and so I have a lot of stuff. And this year I'm changing things up. I'm trying to cut some of my time down that I have. It takes me 40 to roughly the last 2 years. It's taken me over 50 hours to do all my outdoor decorating.
Worth it.
That's why I start early. As soon as Halloween's over, I don't decorate for Halloween anymore.
Yeah.
I used to, but very small amount. Like it would take me 4 hours to decorate for Halloween as it takes 50 hours for Christmas.
Yeah.
But
in my household, the day after Halloween, we start decorating for Christmas inside and outside.
yeah, we don't. I don't.
November 2nd, we're a full functional Halloween Death
So
Star.
to be clear, I'm
Or
not one of
Christmas
those
Death
people
Star.
that likes to turn my lights on too early.
No, we are. In
I
my
turn
house.
my outdoor decorations on the Friday or Saturday after Thanksgiving.
Too late.
So I wait for that.
No.
Some of it's just because I used to it would take me I would work on decorations on Wednesday because I take Wednesday through Sunday off, Thanksgiving week. So I would do Wednesday, I'd decorate, maybe Thursday afternoon after Thanksgiving dinner, but usually not on Thursday. Friday, I'd decorate, and Saturday. Then it became where the decorations were, once I moved into this house back in the day.
Yeah.
I slowly became bigger and bigger and bigger because there's so much more space on a corner.
Yeah.
And then it got to where I was taking me so long, so I had to start weeks in advance. And now I start literally as soon as Halloween's over every weekend. And you try to get ahead, and then if you have a bad weather weekend, and usually bad weather weekends are when I start decorating the inside of the house. So
it is fantastic.
it is quite. My house goes from being one of the most average houses on the block, although a nice house. It looks okay.
I think it's one
But
of the nicer looking
It's
houses.
one of the average houses to. I have the best house on the block during Christmas time.
Oh, not even close.
I should put my house up for sale during
During Christmas,
time,
you
not springtime.
totally should.
Nah, it looks good in springtime too. But I have the best house on the block at Christmas time.
Yeah, you could see your house like 2 blocks away. You just start seeing this glowing light, and you're like, "Oh, that's where he lives."
Yeah. So this weekend is all the pruning and all that getting ready. So what I'm going to do this year. So this is the things that are going to hopefully cause me to not have to work quite as hard. Is I'm going to put a 16 by 9 foot white screen up on the one bushes I have that I normally have twinkle lights on and a star, and then I put the nativity below it, right?
Yep.
Nativity's going to go in a different area. I'm putting a big white screen up, and I'll put stuff in the yard, but I'm going to have a projector. I have a projector that plays DVDs and Blu-rays. And so on nice weather days and on days where, especially on the weekends, I'll play Christmas movies on it.
All right.
And then I also have projectors to stuff up on it, and then I have these new lights that are like, they'll do animations.
You should have put
lights.
American Primeval and then Terminal List.
No, we will go straight to Santa Claus, Fred Claus, Rudolph,
Oh, my kids are going
Frosty, those type of things that I have. I have quite a collection on DVD and Blu-ray. So Arthur Christmas, that's a good one. So I'll put those up. That'll be fun on the screen, and then I also have projectors that'll put snow falling and red and green lights and stuff. I bought a few extra of those this year for days where I don't have movies playing.
Wherever you're moving, they don't know what's coming. Come Christmas, they'll be like, "Oh my god!"
Yeah, next Christmas I'll be somewhere else. I thought I'd be gone this Christmas, but I'm not. So
it's going to be Christmas in wherever state you're going to be in. South Carolina.
It's one of those things where, wherever I move, I don't know if I'm going to buy a house right away. I may just rent, but because I'm going to go and just experiment, and kind of I'm going to be looking for jobs first, places. So I have areas I'm looking at predominantly.
Yeah.
But I'm going to be like, all right, whenever I buy a house, number one, if it's in I plan on buying something that's on the outskirts of a town.
Yeah.
Like out in the suburbs, close to wooded areas, because I would like to have property that backs up on to wooded areas.
Yeah.
And then
you don't seem like a city boy to me.
No, I've wanted to live in the mountains for a long time. That's my rule is.
Yeah.
I'm looking for places that are up in the mountains.
Yeah.
But not like fucking Michigan and Minnesota where I'll freeze my fucking ass off. Like the ground, it's 30 below zero and shit. I want it to snow maybe 6-8 inches. That's why I'm looking at the Ozarks.
Yeah.
The lower Appalachia mountains. So I'm looking at those things.
Do you want to be able to pee off your back patio and have no one see you? I mean, that's like the true definition of a good backyard.
Yes, but what I'm also looking at is I'm hopefully going to have enough, ability, depending on what I'm doing when I get there, but also the money I'll be taking out of California. Hopefully I'll have enough to where I can buy a house somewhat close to town and also buy a cabin up in the woods, too.
Nice.
So I can start putting together my Jedi Academy. I can just have to get away from everybody.
The Jedi militia.
Whenever the Chinese and Cubans and Russians invade us, I'm gonna be up there like John J. Rambo, like digging fucking trenches and shit. Have mounted machine gun posts inside of inside of a tree stand up on a tree and shit. So no, so Christmas is a big deal. So I love Christmas.
It's a huge, big deal in our family.
Yep.
We have 100% everything decorated by no later than like November 3rd.
Yeah, no, I have
the
too
kids
much
are already
decorating.
like, it's about time, Dad.
Yeah,
to
if
take
I want
down
a crew
Halloween.
of 10 to come over, maybe I could get done.
Yeah. Well,
in
you
one
go
weekend.
way out. You go way out.
Yeah, well, this weekend's just trimming all the bushes back and the trees back and stuff. I'm gonna have to have somebody come out and do the palm tree this year. I keep forgetting about that. I got to get that done the next few weeks. But with that being said, like hopefully if I get enough done, I will have my lights up on my fence going around the property and up on the house. And some of them I don't know if I'll get them all up on the house, but I'll start that process this upcoming weekend. So.
All right. Well, I have to start giving times to my son of when he can expect.
It'll be after Thanksgiving.
Okay, I'll tell him. We got another month.
I have a
Any longer than that, I'm just bringing him in here to ask you personally, so you can get the full. Is it done? Is it done? Is it done?
You can tell him I'll have it done the weekend after Thanksgiving. That's when I have it done. And I try to keep it on as much as I can, weather permitting.
Yeah.
I try to have less electrical issues. So I have all these boxes now, but still there's like water can get water finds a way. So I've gotten better, but
it totally weather in Roseville during, the beginning of our winter can be pretty stormy.
All right, so you want to talk about the Terminal List because you finally watched it.
Not only did I watch it, I went back and watched Dark Wolf again. So, yes, it is. I'm a convert. I loved it. I don't know what I was expecting. Like, I think I was expecting more SEAL team work. Like, I didn't know anything about the Terminal List going in. Mm-hmm. Kind of went in cold, saw Dark Wolf. And so I'm like, it's like the Terminal List is like his SEAL team is going to start taking out all these bad guys. So when that first episode dropped, and we're going to be doing some spoilers because it's been out a long time.
Season 2 will be coming out early next year.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Well, I don't know how early, but it's coming out next year. It's already done filming.
So the first episode just rocked my world. It starts with one of the best battle scenes. It reminded me almost like Lone Survivor, where they start this firefight and you're thinking they have a chance, and then you realize that they don't. Like it's just they're totally screwed, and it was really intense. I'm like, here we go, buddy. Like this is the SEAL. Like they're going after who set them up. This is the Terminal List, but it wasn't it at all. It was even better. And then the episode ends with Chris Pratt's, Mrs. Reese, characters, wife and daughter getting killed.
James Reese.
And oh my God. I really thought at first, I was so shocked because after this traumatic opening battle where his SEAL team gets taken out pretty much, he comes home with like massive, what you think is like concussion trauma, memory loss issues. Everyone's trying to say,
and that really isn't
this,
how it goes down in the book as much as like they're not. That battle scene is different from the book. Okay, it's still a battle scene, and almost everybody gets killed, but it is different in the book. It was actually
I'm reading the book second because I'm.
But it was all a setup.
It was all a setup. Yeah, but he comes back home.
And the reason why?
Well, I'll get there.
Fucking dirty fucking government pieces of shit.
Yes. But the fact that the first episode, the first couple, you don't know if what you're seeing is real or not because they've always kind of played a little bit by ear. Like he thought it was this interpreter guy who set up, tripped over this thing that blew up, him and his buddy. And then like, no, it was your other SEAL member. And then, so you just don't know who he's talking to, what's real, what is it. And so when his family gets killed, because he's starting to kind of figure out something's going on, You're like, is that in his head? Did he kill them? Are they just, is this just trauma that he's seeing and they're really alive somewhere? Like, I had this moment of like, this can't be true. This can't be true. And then credits, and you're like, holy crap. And that's what gets you started. And then you figure out the terminal list is like, he's going to die. So that's the terminal part, or the people on his list are going to die, and that's the terminal part. But it turns out it's kind of both.
That's exactly the interpretation. It is both.
And it is on this whodunit, who set up his SEAL team, what's really going on with his head, who is doing what, and he starts going down this list on his daughter's picture that she drove him. And the flashbacks to the daughter got so emotional that I was just fast forwarding them. Like, I don't need to see his little girl every third episode running to his arms. I'm like, skip, I don't want to cry. And it was so good. And then at the very end, on the boat, my God, that scene.
A lot of shit happens.
That scene on that boat when he confronts the last name on the list, like, was probably the most intense scene of between two brothers. And now you told me that the Dark Wolf guy, I can never think of his name, Taylor.
Ben Edwards.
Yeah, turned bad. I didn't know it was going to be in this season. I thought it was going to be in the later seasons. So when it happened,
We'll just say he isn't in season 2.
yeah, not in season 2. So he meets his friend, and it was no action. It was just them, like the way they were looking at each other.
Yeah.
Like Ben Edwards had the look of like, I knew this was coming. I've accepted it.
Yep.
And then Chris Pratt's character had the look of like, I have to do it. You know, like the betrayal, the confusion, the hurt. Like he had this look of pain and hurt in his eyes, and the way they just looked at each other. And then when Ben Edwards just says, "You got to finish your list," like he was ready. He didn't try to persuade him. He didn't try to attack him. He just stood there and like, "Yep. Didn't that mean for your kids to get killed? Finish the list. It's okay." Like, it's okay.
Yeah, he basically gave permission to kill him, but I wouldn't have needed permission. But
yeah, exactly.
Neither did James Reese. Reese took
no,
care
he
of
was going to
business.
do it anyways. But the fact that like Ben was like, did this because Ben Edwards going through each episode as they're going up a level of taking out people who, sacrificed him, his family, and his brothers in the SEAL team, was helping him every step of the way. You're like, hey, I got to take out this guy. And in every episode, it was a tougher guy to kill, higher level in the government. And so every episode, you're like, how the fuck are they going to kill this dude?
But he does.
And he does.
Very, very creatively. And they stuck, not specific to everything in the book, but it was pretty good. Like, there was some stuff they weren't allowed to do with Amazon said no. No. Because there's some graphic ass stuff in the book.
I'm going to look forward
the
to
book
the book.
Here's one of the things. So the Terminal List is one of the best conversions of a book to a TV show. It's great that they're doing it in this format too, where they're doing the long version where you're doing episodic TV. Yeah. So they can stretch out the story. So you can put so much more stuff in this than you could a two and a half hour movie. So it's really great, but the book is so good and so detailed. And the book, the only thing that really was poorly transferred over, I think, from the book to the show was I did not like the casting of Katie Baranek.
Yeah.
Katie Baranek, I think, not Baranek, I think, is how they pronounce it in the book, at least. I did not like that casting. I did not. That's not who I visually saw in the book.
Yeah.
A much hotter, taller, more fit, athletic-looking woman who had her shit together more than that character did. But
the character.
It's not that she's a bad actress. It's just not what's described in the book. So if you read the book, you'll see. You'll read the book and go, yeah, she probably wasn't. You're almost thinking like this hot reporter chick that goes on the news, and you're like going like on Fox News, like a hot chick like
tall
that.
Blonde.
And I would say that he's friends with Katie Pavlik. You know who that is?
No.
There's lots of pictures of her. She's a writer and a reporter, and she's been on Fox News quite a bit. Very attractive blonde
Well,
woman.
she's on Fox News.
And I was like thinking when I was reading
They don't hire uggos.
when I was reading the book, I was thinking of her because I knew
Yeah.
that he was friends with her.
He
but
probably
you'll
based it
see-
on her.
She's actually in this episode too. She's in one of the episodes. She plays a reporter on the screen, I believe.
Oh,
so she's
okay.
actually in one of the episodes.
You know, the writing of the character, maybe not the casting, but the writing of the character, I thought was really well done because, you know, Reese in the beginning.
Her.
Oh yeah,
That's who I pictured.
yeah, okay.
And so then you get this Asian-looking chick who looks like half Asian, half
Yeah, she's
something
half
else.
Korean.
And so I'm just sitting there going,
But
who is this?
But
Is this Katie? Because I've read all the books.
Yeah.
She's in all the books, you know.
But-
so she is, you know, his redemption eventually.
but-
And I'm just sitting there going, that was bad casting, you know, in my opinion. But everybody else was like fucking badass.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
that was the only thing, and she was good. I'm not saying she wasn't good. That's just not who I visualized. So I was a little disappointed in that casting because I just don't see
yeah,
her as Katie Baranek. But
yeah, it's her character was so well written because
she's a really awesome character in the books.
you never knew what side she was playing. You know, like you didn't know if she was on her own side and she was going to bury Reese, or if she was going to be on Reese's side, or if she was just whatever. So in the beginning, where you're still not sure what's going on, all this evidence points to Reese just being, you know, having some
love her
traumatic
too.
brain injury.
I love that we're doing a review of a show that's been out for a year.
Yeah, well, it rocked my world. I've been
This
bugging Casey.
This guy's sending me like, I'm like, I fucking told you a year and a half ago,
Yeah.
dude.
I'm like, why didn't you tell me
I've been
sooner,
reading the
asshole?
books for years. Ever since we were doing this podcast, I've
Yeah.
been reading the books.
So Reese is trying to explain. Everyone's like, hey, man, like, shit happens. You know, your SEAL team walked into this trap. You know, this stuff happened. You had this traumatic brain injury. And he's like, no, like, someone took our comms, and there's this big conspiracy against the SEALs. And she's, like, talking to him. And I don't think she believes him.
You haven't said why they're doing it, though.
No, not yet. I'll get there.
Well, that's a bit. You've been
I'm
talking
s-
about it.
yeah,
You should
I'm-
say why they had this big conspiracy.
I'm setting this up.
Okay.
So you didn't know.
Well, you've already went to the end where he kills
If-
Ben.
Well, yeah, but we didn't say why though.
Oh, okay.
So you never knew what this reporter's end game was. Reese just starts throwing all this stuff at her, and in the beginning she's like, "Yeah, okay, you know, we'll see, maybe." Like, I don't know. It kind of looks like he's, you know, in fault for killing his, you know, his fellow co-SEAL, who's, you know, quote unquote did suicide, and his wife and kid because he's so messed up in the head. But as she starts following Reese in a story, and then sees that Reese actually got attacked with her in a car, she quickly believes him.
Quickly, like when people are trying to kill him,
Yeah.
you know, that are hired hitmen. One of them was.
Yeah, she
What was one
totally
of the
believes
What
him.
was one of those killers? Who was it? Jack Carr, the actual writer of the book.
Oh, was it really Jack
Yeah.
Carr?
Former Navy SEAL. He was one of the people that gets killed by him
Yeah.
when they go after Katie and him.
So turns out that and then was she the Secretary of Defense, the lady, like the second to the last to die? What was her? What was her
Oh
title?
yeah. I think she was the Secretary of Defense, or the Secretary of Defense. Yeah, I think it's been a long time.
Yeah, she was either
that
the
or
charge of the
Secretary
DOD.
of State. She
something
was
like
in line to become president.
Yeah, so you think during
A
the
Hillary
series
Clinton type.
that she was a good character because she seemed like she was very moral, and like she took the journalist under her wing. She's like, you know, we really need to rotate soldiers in and out, and you're like, oh, she's a character that you can believe in. Like, not everyone's out to get him.
Yeah.
Turns out she was bad too.
She's a lying politician. That's all.
So the big conspiracy at the end is that some drug company tried to make a drug that Navy SEALs or Tier 1 Special Forces could take that completely helps resolve, you know, PTSD. Like, they can have these huge traumatic events in their life. They take this drug and they're spared of it. Turns out that the drug was rushed, that all the research was kind of sketchy, and it caused everyone to have brain tumors. So Chris Pratt's character Reese,
Hey, what a shock! A pharmaceutical company rushed
Yeah.
production of something and
big
caused
reach there,
fucking
Mr. Carr,
brain
big reach.
cancer.
So, you know, Brad Pitt's Reese character did not have the concussive symptoms in the, you know,
Brad
what do you
Pitt.
said? No, Brad Pratt.
Chris
Pratt.
Pratt. You
Yeah,
got Brad Pitt now as James Reese.
Yeah,
Come on, man.
Look, man, I'm tired.
James Reese is a big badass. Brad
I'm
Pitt's
tired.
a tiny little guy.
So Chris Pratt is huge.
He's a big
thickums.
boy.
Yep.
You know?
He
Shout out to Chris Pratt, collegiate wrestler, high school wrestling champion.
Yeah, he had a brain tumor that was causing all this stuff. So he is terminal. That's part of the terminal.
So did
terminal
everybody
list.
on his team. And
Yeah,
that's why
everyone
they,
had it.
That's why it was an inside job, and they set him up to get all
Yeah,
killed,
and
so
so
they could cover it up.
Yes, that's why they're trying to kill everyone in the SEALs to cover it up, and then when Reese came home, they're trying to blame it all on him. So they
But James Reese was hard to kill. You remember those commercials
Yep,
for
yep.
that movie? Steven Seagal is. No. Mason Storm is hard to kill.
all his movies were three-letter titles.
They were great. That was my favorite of all time. I saw it
Yeah.
at the movie theater. Like, I was just sitting there like, oh, I gotta see this. He's hard to kill. The way they did that voice.
Yeah.
But Mason Storm is hard to kill. That's exactly how it sounded.
Yeah. So you realize that you don't try to take out half-heartedly, half-assed, anyways, tier 1 operator named Reese. So Reese takes out like the low-level guy, and he just works his way up to like a 3-star general, and then he finally takes out,
And he's getting information as he goes. Too.
Yeah,
he was
that's
torturing
how-
some of these people, like
Yep.
getting.
That's how he
information.
writes it on the list. It's like, all right, who gave you this job? X did, okay, and then he'll go up to like person X and say, who gave you this? Oh, Y did. All right, then he goes up to Y. So he goes up all the way up from what was a Navy investigator was the first kill, all the way up to the woman who was a head of the Department of Defense, and and finally the last name on the list, of course, was Ben Edwards, who made me watch Dark Wolf again to see their relationship.
That was
the bond
so.
that they had.
At first, when they said they were making Dark Wolf and it was a prequel to Terminalist, I wasn't super excited. I'm like, I don't know. Let's just go to fucking True Believer. Let's start going down the books. But now that I've watched it, fucking Dark Wolf was great.
That scene, I'm glad I watched Dark Wolf first, because that scene between Ben Edwards and Reese hit so much harder knowing the history the two had with each other, like it added a whole new dimension of the brotherhood, of how Reese saved him, and how he was trying to save Reese again. It like if you're coming in cold like I did, totally watch Dark Wolf first. That would be my recommendation. That sets up like the foundation of what the Terminal List is. And then when you go to a Terminal List, it all makes sense. You understand how these people think. You understand why they're so good at their jobs. You understand like what these brothers do for each other. You understand why Chris Pratt went on this kill streak, because you see the brotherhood. You only get that one battle scene in the beginning of the SEALs fighting together, but you get a whole series of like love of like these brothers have for each other, like they all have their back. They always say brother at the end if they talk. They're like, hey, what are you doing, brother? What are you doing, brother? Like every time they see another SEAL, it's another brother. And so you get this whole thing to it. It adds so much more depth.
Not just special forces, but people in the military. It's a family.
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes a dysfunctional family, but everybody has each other's backs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, like, that's why when a lot of like military people and people I've known and talked to and stuff, and I've heard and read about in books and stuff, is they get out of the military. You got the PTSD stuff, but also you miss you go to work at some business or something, and you don't have that brotherhood anymore. It's not life or death anymore. It's not out in another country with and these are your people that you depend on. So it's a different thing, especially special operators that are in the most intense shit all the time.
Yeah,
so.
and the only people that can understand what they're going through are other brothers,
Yep.
other tier ones. And so it added this whole, Terminal List is going to be good no matter where you watch it. I mean, don't get me wrong. But
No, you should watch Dark Wolf first.
but knowing, at least me personally, knowing how close they were and seeing Brad Pitt and his SEAL team come to the rescue of Ben Edwards at the end of Dark Wolf, and just the way that they all love each other, and even, what's his name? Rafe.
It's not Rafie. He's
Even
Rafe.
though
He has one name. There's no Athie or whatever.
But-
That's Rafe.
you gotta shoot your eye out, okay, Ralphie. Even him, even though they split up in Dark Wolf, he never let his brother out to dry. He
Yep.
was still backing him up with the sniper rifle. All that just builds into this believability of okay, this would charge any guy to be like, I'm going to kill all of you motherfuckers because you killed my family and my brothers.
Yep.
That's
Here's the great part of the story. It's great writing and storytelling, which the rest
Yeah.
of Hollywood could use to stop fucking scripts up, because you need to bring the writer in. And I
Yeah.
don't care if it costs you some extra money.
Do it.
Jack Carr is on set.
yeah.
He is literally taking his vision from the book and bringing it on, and it's so much better than. There's a lot of writers, and I think Jack Carr was on a podcast recently, said a lot of writers will write these books, and then they go to the outskirts of California and drop the book across the border and take off and never ask for anything. They don't want to deal with Hollywood at all. And they just make their money off writing the book, and then they sell the rights to the book, and then they make a screenplay and they bastardize what's on there.
Yeah.
They did such a Harry Potter.
Yeah.
There's I get it. I never read the books, but everybody says the books are better. But at least the books are very close. Or the movies are very close to what the books are. Meaning it's the spirit of what's in the books. You can't put
Yeah.
everything in there. Same with Jack Carr, because Jack Carr's on the set writing the shit.
Yeah.
He's writing the screenplay. He's up there making adjustments. He's trying to take that story and make it into something that is in a more condensed version. And they had to change stuff to make it more readily available for Hollywood to
Yeah.
make. But he's there. He's part of it. He's friends with Chris Pratt. I mean, they go over this shit.
Yeah.
And so it's so much better, and Hollywood could just learn from this. Is you can't just put a bunch of dipshits have no idea. Let's say you take the average a college graduate in literature who loves to write, and they're writing screenplays, and they have them read they buy Jack Carr's book, have them
Yeah.
read it. Never was in the military, never was a Navy SEAL, never has any. And I'm going to take this book and I'm going to turn it into a movie. We're going to get The Last Jedi.
Yeah.
We're gonna get just horse shit, So you got to learn from your mistakes. What's funny is with these books, and when they made Terminal List, the Amazon studio executives and producers were trying to give
Yeah.
a bunch of notes. He goes, "We got all these notes and stuff, but we ignored them all, pretty much."
Yeah.
And he goes, after the success of the first season of Terminal List, the second when they just filmed True Believer, he goes, "We got no notes for True Believer."
Yeah.
They just let us do what we want to do. Because you know what? It was super successful.
It worked.
And this is our second podcast in a row talking about it.
Yeah.
I ain't fucking talking about Star Wars' horse shit crap.
No, this actually
Look
makes
at
sense.
we have all this stuff right here. We love Star Wars, but we ain't talking about it because you guys fuck a duck,
I will blow up
It's just horrible
TV
bullshit.
shows with good stories, and this was a great story.
Yeah, that's what we're saying. We did a podcast on American Primeval.
Yeah.
We're doing them on this because they're so good. And when they come out with season 2 of Terminal List, True Believer, we're going to talk about it too because I bet it's going to be fucking badass.
Yeah, and I'll watch it.
And I'm
as soon as
reading
it's
Cry
released.
Havoc right now. I'm about 5 hours into it, and it is excellent. It's basically James Reese's dad. It's a prequel to the prequels.
The prequel.
So you got the 7 books, and his dad is mentioned a lot in it,
Yeah.
but he's dead in the book. When these books, he's he's been killed by a Russian agent or whatever,
Yeah.
or a convert. Yeah, it's been so long, so that's why I keep saying I'm gonna go back and read the books again. But he gets killed by some Russian. I don't remember if he's a Russian agent or if he's a.
Always the freaking Russians.
I don't know if he was a
the
double
80s.
double agent or something like that.
Yeah.
Maybe I don't know. But anyway.
It was
This
great.
goes back to Vietnam era when he was a Mac v Sog,
Yeah.
and all this shit that was going on, and the Russians were all interfering, or all tied in. The Russian GRU,
Yeah.
The Russian secret. It was not the KGB, which was the military secret or spy service or whatever, the GRU. Is interfering in Vietnam and all this stuff, and so all the shit goes down, and it has to do with him. And this is when he's still in the military, and he's doing these secret missions into Laos and stuff. The McAfee's Hog. This is actually real history. This really happened, but the story is obviously fictional. But this really happened in real life, and everybody knew the Russians were helping the North Vietnamese too. So. Just like we're helping the Ukraine, and I'm not a fan of it either. But so be it. I'm not a fan of Russia invading them, but I'm also not a fan of us spending tons of money in Ukraine either.
How about we send them all the Kathleen Kennedy scripts?
How about we just send them Kathleen Kennedy put on the front lines, and we're done with it.
There we go.
She will hopefully be out. Can you send her Dave Filoni and
look,
Bob Iger?
Definitely Bob Iger. Free Ben Solo.
Definitely Leslie Headland needs to go to the front lines.
Oh my gosh.
Then maybe we can start fixing Star Wars. These fucking idiots are so stupid. They're coming out saying, well, if we would have had a second season, we would have done this. And nobody cares. Guess what, Leslie Headland? You're a horrible piece of shit. You're not a Star Wars fan. You never were a Star Wars fan. You're a fan of yourself. So stop putting this shit out. Well, he was going to be the first Knight of Ren. Go fuck yourself. Fucking horrible Acolyte show that fucking... it very well, Acolyte was the tipping point of me never watching Star Wars again. The only reason I'm going to watch fucking Mandalorian and grow... And it's partly his fault because he made me watch the bullshit. I would have stopped watching as soon as you had the fucking third episode when they were doing all the chanting and... all that bullshit and fucking retconning all kinds of shit from the fucking prequel trilogy. It's just horrible shit. And then you come out and go, if we would have got another season... Kiss my ass, Leslie Headland. Jesus Christ.
Tuck the ears back in, just FYI.
Yeah, I just, you might want to cover the ears. I
know, they're pretty big.
They're fucking idiots acting like, that's really going to change things. There's going to be a real push now. We need the Knights of Ren. Guess what? The whole fucking sequel trilogy was bullshit. We don't need no Knights of Ren. Let's get Grand Admiral Thrawn fighting against the fucking New Republic with the Jedis, and then let's get the Yugosong Bong War going on after that. Let's fucking have some real goddamn Star Wars, not this fucking horse shit that you fucking stuffed down our throat. I digress. Terminal List is amazing, and it's, if I was Bob Iger, I'd go, hey Jack Carr, you think you can write us a script for fucking Star Wars?
Yes, why not?
Or Marvel, or both? Let's get some real writers writing some real fucking stories that want to tell stories and develop characters and make you love the characters like fucking George Lucas did.
I know this was really young, up-and-coming writer who has really good ideas about the Old Republic. You might have heard of him. His name is Timothy Zahn. I don't know, he might have written some books that had... he may have offered to help you guys out, especially with Thrawn, because Thrawn. He's offered to help, and he said he's offered many times to help with the Thrawn. I mean, it's not like the guy doesn't know these dudes. He created
Thrawn.
But no, we'll do it ourselves. Thank you for your.
I feel F words coming on, spewing out of my mouth at a rapid pace.
So I mean, really. Another thing, it's popped in my head. Another reason why I had to go back and watch Dark Wolf after Terminal List.
I was so happy talking about Dark Wolf too.
Is you don't get to see the other SEAL members. Dark Wolf, at least the first few episodes, you see more of his brothers. They play more of a role.
Like some of those guys,
the SEAL members,
because they get killed in that first.
Yeah, and so you see flashes of them. One guy is keep it calm, brother. After he gets on the plane, you don't know if he's seeing that in his head or it's not or whatever. But I wanted to see more of the unit in action, and even though they're all not the same, but you still get the sense of all right, these people are a little bit fleshed out more in Dark Wolf. Because they're all... Yeah,
you get to see... Yeah, that is true. Who Boomer is and, all that stuff. Yeah.
So I wanted to just be I wanted to see Boomer again. I wanted to see some of the other guys. But I really wanted to see that Ben Edwards-Reese dynamic through both both series, and I'm telling you, oh, so good.
Well, here's the main thing.
Ah.
Here's the main. You got to develop characters and stories. So you got to. James Reese is a salt of the earth human being. He is the best of us, morally, integrity wise. I like to think of myself as that same type of person. It's like I do the same thing if nobody's looking at me that I do in front of people. You know, he is the best of us. Fighting wise, warrior wise, but also integrity and honor and respect and those things, and also
Yeah.
having his people's back. But if you push him, he'll start murdering motherfuckers. You kill his family, and then you fucking inject fucking shit in him that causes his whole fucking military family to get brain tumors. Then you kill his family and try to kill him. He's gonna come for all you motherfuckers.
He's
and that's what
ruthless.
that's what people do when they're pushed too far and they have a high integrity code, and then they can also kill people.
Yeah, he's tier 1.
And so you sit
He knows
there,
how to kill.
you can sit there and go, well, shit. I'll tell you what, somebody kills my daughter and granddaughter.
And all of your
I don't care if your
buddies?
dad's the president of the United States. I'm coming for you, motherfucker. You
When
better
he-
kill me because I'll kill you.
There was this really another intense scene where to kill like the 3-star general, like the head of whatever his Department of SEALs.
Oh, the
Or
person in
the
charge of
person-
special operations.
Yeah, he
Oh.
threatened his wife and kid. He was going to drag him and drown him in the ocean. And you think him like, there's no way he would do it. But then you realize Reese would do it. Like he's so committed that
He didn't want to
would've-
do it, but he would.
he would have
if
done
he
it.
Needed to do it.
He's like, are you going to really let me kill your wife and son or daughter? I don't remember if it was a son or daughter.
Yeah.
But he's like, I will do it. And he started dragging the kid into the ocean. And like, you believed him. You believed he was like, he was just matter of fact. He wasn't yelling, screaming. There was no bravado to it. It's just like, yeah, okay, let's go.
This is what I'm doing because
Yep.
I'm going to get retribution and I'm going to
Yeah.
take this to the end.
Yep.
And
You
he
killed
didn't
my
want to
wife
do
and
it,
daughter.
but he was going to do it. And you go, well, two wrongs don't make a right. Fuck that. You kill my family, I'm coming for you, motherfucker.
Yeah.
And it doesn't matter. Now, am I going to go out of my way to kill your family? No, but I'm going to come out of my way to kill you. And if they got in the way, I'm sorry.
I like that line. They're like, spare my wife and kids. And you're like, my wife and kid wasn't spared. So he just grabbed the kid and started walking towards the ocean. And you're like, holy crap. He would
Yeah.
do it. I totally believe the character that he would do
Yeah.
it. The way Chris Pratt played
So
him.
good. And that's what I'm saying. That's
Yeah.
the whole
It's really
crux
intense.
of this is that what is good and evil?
Yeah.
What makes a man go from being the salt of the earth, the guy that you'd want covering your backside, knows how the highest integrity, honesty, to being the guy who's going out and I'll kill your kid and your wife if you don't
Yeah.
give me what I need or don't do what I need.
Yeah, the Secretary of Defense, that lady, again, she started from a place of good,
Yeah.
but then she got scared because she was going to get found out. Like, she legitimately wanted to help Tier 1 operators come home and be, have more peaceful lives, not have the trauma. But again, greed.
But what else did she get?
Oh, she got money.
She got a lot of money.
They all got money.
This
but
is
like,
the problem. This
but
corruption.
like the greed and corruption.
and
Yeah,
these stories are
twisted it.
real because this is what happens in Washington, D.C.
Oh, totally.
Pharmaceutical companies, big food. It's all about money and power and who they can manipulate.
Yeah.
And if they have to kill the little guy, they don't
Yeah.
give a fuck. And that's why it's so fun to watch James Reese. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm like, every time he kills one of these motherfuckers, I'm like, yes! And I didn't know in the book, like in the book, I was listening to the book, I'm like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
The motherfucker go down. I'm like getting like into it when I was reading the book. Like, these motherfuckers need to die.
Yeah,
And
it's really good.
And even Ben Edwards' friend, I wanted to grab him by his throat and choke him to death
Yeah.
myself. I hated him so much. But in the show, it's great because they do show a lot of the stuff that happens.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't think they showed, they said one of the things is he takes the one guy and cuts him open with the axe.
Yeah. You
And
saw that.
Yeah, but you don't see him. He's actually has him out in a swamp.
Oh,
Cuts
yeah,
his
yeah.
gut open with the axe, ties his intestine to a tree, and makes him start walking around the tree until he tells him the truth. And he'll just kill him if he doesn't.
Yeah.
But I mean, he's dead anyway.
Yeah, well, I think this
But-
one, they cut him open, he tied his intestines somewhere, and he's like, start walking.
Yeah.
And then a guy, like, quickly died
The
there
visual
after.
in the book is much better
Yeah,
than the show, but there's very few
crazy.
things that are that way. But it's like he's getting retribution, but he's also getting answers too along
Yep.
the way. And the whole thing is, to wrap it up, is it's that crux of good man forced to do bad things.
Yeah.
The government trained him to do the bad things, and
Yep.
then the government thought that they could duck and do whatever they want.
Sweep him under the rug,
You
sacrifice
know,
him.
he was just disposable. These
Yep.
soldiers are disposable, but James Reese is
No.
hard to kill, and he comes back and fucking kills them all.
So I'm excited to see. I'm excited to read both the books,
Yep.
the this one and then the sequel that's coming up that they're doing, because
I told you, like,
don't
read the one that I'm reading right now. We'll do like a Cry Havoc, which is
Yeah.
his dad.
Well, I gotta know how is James Reese going to live? Like, he's terminal. His brain, he's there's no way I can see him surviving very long. So they're gonna have to, like, at the end of the series, he's floating away on Ben Edwards' boat, the sailboat, and you're just like, all right, like, he's got to kill more people fast, because who knows how much longer he has left. He's already taken medication because he's got the shakes.
Well, he's already done. He's
Yeah.
pretty much done. He
Like,
killed everybody
Yeah,
for the most part, but there's more to happen.
I can't wait. Like, they can't make
There's
this
bigger
series.
secrets, and I don't even know all those secrets
Yeah.
because it's coming up. The dad in the Cry Havoc book
Yeah.
is going to lead to those secrets. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like, that's why I'm so interested. I just haven't been, like, I forgot to. I just sometimes get to working and I forget to stick the earbuds in, and I'll just
Yeah.
be like, and then 2 hours later, I'm like, God damn, I should have been listening to the book. But
Yeah.
Cry Havoc is good so far. It is. It's
yeah.
very good. His dad is awesome, and just it's before he's even with his mom. You know,
Yeah.
like this is long before James Reese is conceived. You know, so it's awesome. It's really good. So I would tell you, if you're going to read the books, get the one that just came out, Cry Havoc. It's kind of like a prequel. It's like what happened to set up some of the bigger story points if you're going
Yeah.
to read all the other 7 books in the James Reese saga. So don't watch Star Wars except for the original George Lucas stuff, because that saga sucks once they took over for Disney.
Did you want to talk about the Ben Solo movie that Bob Iger killed that I'm mad at because I would have watched that one?
No, because it was still based off the sequel trilogy.
Yeah, but
I don't give a shit about anything that has to do with
that
Disney
director,
Star
what's
Wars.
his name, Soderbergh?
You know what?
So good.
I liked Rebels, the cartoon. I liked Rebels. It was all right. What else? I liked the first 2 seasons of Mandalorian and Grogu, and that was it. I mean, I should have liked Ahsoka, but it wasn't that good. It wasn't a really. It was mid at best. You know, like Ahsoka. So I'm hoping season 2 is better.
So
There was some cool stuff in Ahsoka, but there was all like fucking Hera's ass. That was a good part of Ahsoka. There were some good lightsaber battles.
But listen to this.
I
Steven Soderbergh, all right, one of my favorite directors.
I get it, but they would have been complete shit
He
because Kathleen
made-
Kennedy would have sabotaged the whole fucking thing, and it was still based off characters of the sequel trilogy.
Well, the only person that
They
has
need
been
to-
on there is Ben Solo, which
You know
I
what
would have
needs
liked.
to happen is on Disney Plus, they need to take the sequel trilogy off. They need to bury it.
No.
They need to take a shovel and bury that motherfucker like James Reese would bury these fucking assholes, and bury the sequel trilogy and start all over again.
Did you ever see the movie Black Bag?
Black.
It's one of my favorite. Came out last year.
No, I have not.
This movie right here, if you want to look at it.
No.
One of the best
heard about
espionage, like whodunit type movies. Really quick, fast paced. Oh yeah, Steven Soderbergh made that. He also made.
Hey, I'm not arguing if Steven Soderbergh.
Soderbergh.
It's not
They had
Soderbergh, it's
Informants.
Soderbergh.
Oh, so
And-
the Ocean's
and-
12
and Kylo
Ocean's
Ren.
11, Aaron Brockovich. And he had this script that Ben Solo, what's his
Complete
name?
shit. There's nothing you can say that will convince me that it would have been a complete shit movie.
So him,
Just like everything the sequel trilogy was complete
who played
shit.
Ben Solo? What was that guy's name? I like that actor.
Oh shit, I'm drawing a blank.
I know, right? Welcome to the Over 52 podcast. Anyways, the guy who played Ben Solo, I'm sure you guys all know his name. Really good
I
actor.
can't fucking remember his name.
He sat
He is a
down-
great actor.
Yeah, he had this idea and found Steven Soderbergh, whatever, sourdough.
It would have sucked. I'm telling you.
No.
It is Disney Star Wars. They
They
would have bastardized. They would
wrote
have said,
the
no, you
script.
can't do that. No,
Kathleen
you can't
Kennedy
do this.
didn't touch it. She said, "Hey, it looks
No,
great."
Bob Iger's.
Then Bob
kiboshed it.
Iger killed it because he's like, "Hey, we thought that Ben Solo was dead." I'm like, "Really, you
They couldn't get
motherfucker?"
it. This creative motherfucker.
What
Bob
happened to
Iger,
Darth
could not,
Maul?
in his mind, get around the idea that Kylo was dead.
Yeah,
Now, in my opinion, I kind of agree with Bob Iger.
But, I mean, come on.
I think they should kill everything that had to do with the sequel trilogy and act like it didn't happen.
we saw
They
Darth
should say,
Maul
they
cut
should
in
have said,
half,
do you
thrown over.
Do you see a copy? You have,
And he's back.
You have the Blu-ray edition of the sequel trilogy. Guess what? It's going to be worth money because you're never going to see it on a streaming service again. That's what they should do with that horse shit. Scrub it from the internet, scrub it from everything,
Yeah,
and then start over with real scripts that have fucking people like Timothy Zahn writing them.
you mean they actually have a beginning, middle, and end?
Yeah. Real
But
shit
actually
with real
have one
people
event lead
that
to
aren't
another
pieces of
event?
shit that don't like Star Wars, and Kathleen Kennedy has been long excised from the community.
Yeah. I'll tell you what.
She can live, just, you know, we don't have to James Reese
I
treat
was
her.
going to
terminal
say, I
she
wish
just needs to be gone. Bye. I don't want to hear your words out of your mouth, you dumb bitch, ever again.
I saw this reel that it was the terminal list, like James Reese was crossing off people, and right under Ben Edwards was Kathleen Kennedy. And I was going to send it to you, then I forgot because it was really late at night. And I thought that was the best thing if he was on the terminal list. Be like, one more I got to do.
Kathleen Kennedy, Leslie Heslin,
Yeah. I would have been like,
Kevin Feige.
yeah, it's rough days.
These piece of crap Hollywood people just don't get it, and they don't understand, you know. And there's so many streaming platforms coming out, and there's going to be so many talented people making shit with AI and shit. We're going to get some of the stuff that we want.
Yeah.
And eventually Disney's just going to have to fucking either sell it, or they're going to have to listen to everybody who fucking that actually will spend money on the.
Yeah. Well, that's the point. Look, people are just not.
They're
People
losing
aren't gonna
money,
pay, yeah.
and they're going to lose money at the parks because they got these great, beautiful Disney things. Nobody cares about any of that fucking sequel trilogy.
Yeah.
There's nobody cares about Kylo Ren and fucking Rey and whatever Finn and all the bullshit that they had. Nobody cares. You fucking treated Luke Skywalker like a bitch when this guy is the greatest, most powerful Jedi Master in the history of fucking Star Wars, and he's drinking fucking tit milk, fucking blue milk on the goddamn screen and acting like a little bitch. Don't care. Go fuck yourself, Disney Star Wars. Now I'm not even going to watch Mandalorian and Grogu now.
There was
I talked
no-
myself into not even going and watching
There
it.
was
I'm
no
done. I'm never going to watch
lies.
it again.
No lies told in that. Yeah. Like we talked about last podcast, the time when you make Mark Hamill
All right.
and
I'm getting angry. You gotta
and
fucking
George
like-
Lucas both be ashamed of the universes they helped create. You've done some wrong
George
shit.
Lucas didn't even want to put Star Wars in his fucking museum.
No.
But he did it just because he goes, people would be pissed if I didn't put Star Wars
Yeah.
in there. It's part of my life. But he goes, I'm really not wanting to put it in there, especially because guess what people think of Star Wars now? The sequel trilogy. Fucking Mandalorian and Grogu. Great, the first 2 seasons were pretty good, but now they're going to make it into a fucking joke fucking movie.
Yeah.
Anyway. Read the books. Read the books, and you'll know who Luke Skywalker really is, not this bullshit. Oh, it's canon now. Get rid of it. Get rid of it all and redo it. Get a young person to play Luke Skywalker, you know, and redo the whole freaking thing, and then maybe you can save fucking Star Wars and bring people in that are actually good sci-fi writers like Timothy Zahn, James Lucero, all the people that wrote those books. Have them come in and start converting it into screenplays, and fucking then you might actually have some success. You dumbass sons of bitches in Hollywood. That's all I got to say about that.
This was mostly a good, positive podcast.
It was until you got me on
Until
Star Wars,
I-
man.
I'm like,
You
hey,
started bringing up fucking stupid scripts and
Hey, I
and
really
Leslie
want time to kill.
Headland fucking bringing up fucking Facebook posts that I see and Instagram posts where the Knights are in.
Yeah.
Oh, kiss my ass.
They
with the
talk a
Knights
lot
are
of
in.
shit when their stuff has been
Horrible.
vetted very-
Nobody liked it. Backlight was the worst fucking shit. It was the gayest Star Wars show ever. Guess
wanted
what?
to
You
say-
win. It was. It was horrible.
I wanted to say, you know what? Maybe if you would have talked about this shit during the show, it would have had a second season. Like, I don't know what the hell they were doing.
And you didn't even read or watch any of the other shit. You
No.
didn't, or you watched it and you didn't really pay attention to it because you freaking. Anyway,
Yeah. You could go on another 25 minutes. Let's end on
we've already
something
done it
positive.
before. That's what I'm saying. I don't want to talk about Star Wars anymore because I've already ripped Star Wars 50,000 times, and I've cussed Kathleen Kennedy and Bob Iger and Leslie Headland. I've cussed them out so many times, but every time we start talking, I start thinking about Luke Skywalker drinking blue titty milk, and I get pissed. Because I know what he's supposed to be. Because I read the books that were amazing,
All right.
and you guys made some shitty fucking shows and movies and expected it to shove it down our throats, and none of us will fucking drink it.
Let's end on some positive supernatural news.
What's positive about it? I mean, Supernatural's amazing, but what's
Yeah.
positive about it?
So I don't know if you've been keeping up with the SPN family, hashtag SPN.
I watch a lot of clips, and I still
is-
watch Supernatural to this day. I'm on my 4th time through the show.
This is the 20th anniversary of this year's the 20th anniversary of the beginning of the
I only
series.
wanted to do a 40-minute show, and now we're at an hour. Because you got me talking about
All right,
fucking Star Wars.
This is going to end. This will end,
Jesus
end
Christ.
fast.
I got to fucking be back to work in a couple hours.
All right. So right now they're debating on what they're going to do. So they have two different scripts. They have a limited series, a 10-episode order of with the original cast with Jensen and Jared.
Oh, I read about this, but it's
And
not.
then-
It's not for sure yet.
No, it's well. This
No, it's not for sure yet.
is we got. Let me finish.
They're trying.
So and then, well, Jensen said that he's seen the scripts, like he's seen what they want to do. But then Eric Krimpy says,
They'll have to go back and fucking get rid of the final episode, which I think they should, because they had an original final episode that would have been banging,
Yeah.
and then they had to bastardize it because of COVID.
yeah.
Don't get me started on COVID.
So then Eric Krimpy said they have the studio is pushing them to relaunch the series, make it hard R, but with a younger new cast, with a younger Jensen, like a younger Dean and a younger Sam, and make it a harder R, and that's what they're debating. So they have an idea.
Don't do it. Don't do
They
it.
have a limited idea of 8 to 10 episodes
I don't like it.
that will be darker, that will kind of
There's
fill in the ending.
15 seasons of Supernatural.
And then they
we
have
don't- I mean, they tried to do the
Another
Winchesters,
supernatural. Yeah.
and it wasn't good.
Yeah.
Just
But this is supposed to
sometimes
be.
just come up with some new shit. Don't
But-
call them Sam and Dean.
Yeah.
Call them some 2 other hunters or whatever, and just say, and you can refer back in the show to
Yeah.
the great Sam and Dean Winchester and
Started the legend of Sam
Bobby,
and
you
Dean.
fucking idiots. You can do
Yeah.
shit like that, but don't call
So
them Sam
that's-
and Dean. Don't call them Castiel. Don't just
That's where
do
they're kind of
something
new.
new.
But either way,
Don't rehash shit.
They want it to be way more cutting edge. They don't want it. I forget who's ordering it. I think I've read multiple things. I heard Amazon was one offering, and then like Netflix. So they wanted these to be like
Don't do
way
it.
more scarier.
Don't do it. Fucking come up
So-
with new shit. Like
Yeah. So
Don't-
we'll say.
Supernatural is one of the. Now, were there some seasons that were not bangers?
First of all, every
course.
season was good, but there were some sections in the seasons that were not bangers. Okay,
Yeah.
there was not one season like, well, the whole season. No,
I wasn't a huge fan of the Leviathans.
No, but there were some good episodes in that season.
There were. I'm not saying that there weren't, but
But I mean,
I don't know. I think they finished strong.
yeah,
If they could have had a really, if I was to do anything, I would go back and say, all right, if you want to do this, you have to go back and you have to fucking do the real season finale from season 15. One
Yeah.
movie, like a 2-hour movie, to
Yeah.
wrap it up, like a TV movie or whatever streaming service they're
Yeah.
currently on, like Netflix is. I watch Supernatural on Netflix right now, and finish the show the right way, how they wanted to, with all the characters coming back and
Yeah.
stuff, and not do the COVID bastardized. I still cried.
oh yeah,
That's the last time I cried. I've gotten misty-eyed at different shows and stuff, but the last time I had tears coming down my face was at the end of Supernatural from a TV show.
me was the end of the Enterprise when John Luke and the old gang were flying the Enterprise D through the Borg ship.
Oh, are you talking about
Picard.
Picard?
Last season of Picard. I was so
I
happy.
felt emotions, but I didn't feel like
Yeah.
that like there was something about that. It's when you go through 15 seasons,
You grew up with them.
and now I've went through like it multiple times.
Yeah.
And I've showed other people it, and they've experienced it and stuff. Because there's people that have not watched Supernatural. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me?
I was 32 when this
You're
freaking
40
show.
years old and you didn't watch Supernatural? Oh, isn't it like some like werewolf show or vampire? I'm
Yeah.
like, no, it's a show about Sam and Dean fucking Winchester. That's who it's about.
Brothers.
They're two of the greatest characters of all time.
Yeah. So one of the early rumors.
This is gonna be a 2-hour show,
We'll be done in 3 minutes.
and I had something to say before we wrap it up because I got a homework assignment for you for the next episode.
So one of the rumors was that Sam and Dean are in heaven
Quickly,
with Bobby and the gang, and all of a sudden there are drawn Earth through one of those demon things that somebody on Earth draws them out of heaven back to Earth and says, "Here is some horrible mission. You guys are the only two that can help stave this off." And they look and be like, "We were in heaven, motherfucker. Why did you bring us back?" And they said, "It's your third brother or whatever pulled them back, and now they have to figure out the universe before they can go back."
The one kid that the lady said isn't Dean's, but
Yeah.
you know it's fucking Dean's.
That could be him.
You know,
That's like they're
that gives a little
pulling back.
connection.
And
Maybe-
they're like, one more
Maybe
time.
Sam was banging somebody.
Yeah.
They were
and
all
they're-
over
and
the
they look
country.
and be like, okay, one more time, we will save this fucking planet. And then they go hog wild and like hardcore, and then they die this glorious thing, and then they get the glorious death they've always wanted. That was the lead.
Okay.
rumor.
I
right.
gotta see some scripts, or I gotta hear about it before I'm gonna say hell
All right.
yeah. But I like that idea to a certain extent.
Come on.
All right,
All right.
here's your assignment for our next episode.
Yeah.
You need to watch season 1 and season 2 of Nobody Wants This on Netflix
Okay.
with Adam Brody. You
Okay.
watched OC, right?
No,
You suck balls.
I have a penis. Okay.
Dude, the OC, fucking one of the best shows ever made.
I have a cock and ball.
Seth is Adam Brody. He's
Yeah.
one of the main characters in it. He is one of my favorite actors of all time.
Okay.
He's one of those. He's like a Vince Vaughn.
Yeah.
He's funny and he talks fast and he can say all this shit and it just you go oh shit and you start laughing.
Yeah.
And then Kristen Bell's in it. And she has a sister. Dude, you watch it and this is one of those ones you'll be thanking me.
Okay.
Because it came
Hey.
out, season 2 came out last week. Guess who watched it Saturday afternoon all the way through? It's not that long. They're like 20-minute
After
episodes.
Terminal List, I will start listening to you more. That
Dude,
was
this
good.
it's nothing like Terminal List, but it is so well written
Yeah.
and is so good. Great character development, and I think at my age and everything I've been through, I'm starting not to believe in love, and I'm starting to go, I'm just gonna fucking do my
Yeah.
own thing.
Love,
you
what's
know?
that?
But with that being said, there's always this hope that you find
Yeah.
the one the
right,
right
we'll-
one.
we'll get in touch
But
with your romantic
It's
side.
all this other stuff, but it's so well written. Here's the
Yeah.
thing: is this show is well written, and I want you to watch it, and then I want to talk about it because I love the characters. The show. One of the guys reminds me of you. He's the tall, nerdy dude.
You mean that
You'll know
buff,
who he is right away.
that buff, shredded, six-pack?
You'll know who he is right away.
All right.
Sasha, you'll know. You'll be like, oh yeah, I know what Casey said.
All right.
So anyway, that's Brad's assignment
Okay.
for an upcoming episode. So the next episode,
I'll get on it.
He's gonna get this weekend. He's gonna get on it. You should be able to finish the whole series in like 5 or 6 hours.
All right. I got to finish Task first, and then I'll do that.
Fuck Task. Fuck Mark Ruffalo. Lick my balls.
okay.
Fucking just
Don't go in another diatribe. We already did this.
All right. Have a good day. We're out.
Love you.